Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? First of all, I want to thank you all for going on over to So Married and subscribing. You all, I think we have like 88 subscribers already in maybe 2 days. Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't subscribed and you want to be a part of the So Married channel, where it's me and my husband talking about our marriage and hopefully being able to make this a ministry to be able to help and bless other people who are married or who desire to be so. So yeah, so going over to So Married. But in this particular video, I was trying to decide whether or not to upload it on So Married or over here on So Blessed 1. But since it's just me and my husband's out working, I decided that I will just upload this on So Blessed 1, talking about why my husband is happy. And what I'll do is, the next time, whenever we do another video, maybe you can hear it from his point of view, because this is clearly just my point of view, why I think my husband is happy in a relationship. And I know a lot of you have said that, you know, this advice helps you in your marriage and in the future marriages that you want. So hopefully you can take something from this as to how to make your husband happy. If you're already married, how to make him happy or even happier. And if you're not married, how to make your future husband happy. First and foremost, I'm going to give you about 7 reasons why I believe my husband is happy, why he's a happy husband. We know that a lot of people are in relationships where the husband's not happy or the wife is not happy or they're both not happy. So sometimes first thing we do is separate or divorce, when we could mend, and not just mend our marriages, but our marriages can soar just by doing some of the little things. It could be the smallest things that we're missing in our marriages that's causing it not to be a happy marriage. For one, I would say first and foremost, because I honor and respect my husband. And sometimes, you know, as women, we have a hard time honoring and respecting men. We've seen men do our grandmas wrong. We've seen men do our moms wrong. We've seen men do us wrong. And sometimes it's like, I got no respect for him. And sometimes you've learned this through generations, not to respect men. But if you want a happy husband, you have to be able to give him honor and respect. What does that mean? That means that you acknowledge and recognize him as the head of your household. Now, a lot of people are not going to like this. I might even get some thumbs down on this video, because somebody seems to love to watch me and thumb down my video. But hey, that's okay. Thank you for watching. But some people may not agree with that, and hey, I don't mind respectful disagreement in the Blessed Place. But I think that's one of the reasons why we have so many single women. There are a lot of reasons. It's not just this, but a lot of women have a hard time recognizing and acknowledging a man as head. You know, a lot of them say, well, why can't we be equal? That's not God's protocol. He did not make us equal. We are not less than. We are not less than a man. However, in a relationship, in a marriage, anything that got 2 heads, I mean, how many things you know got 2 heads? And when it does, it makes the news, right? Anything that got 2 heads is, you know, an anomaly. So there can only be one head, and that head is the man. Now, if you're a single mother or whatever, you're the head of your household. But once you marry a man, he's the head, and you have to acknowledge and respect him as the head and honor him as the head. Number 2 reason why my husband is happy is because I so admire his qualities and his character. Despite the fact that my husband has a background where he was incarcerated for 15 years for selling drugs, and that's not something that, you know, we just take lightly, but hey, that's his history, you know, and he doesn't apologize for it. And neither do I. But despite that fact, he is a man of awesome character, and I love his qualities. He has so many awesome qualities, but just to name a few, is that he loves God. He loves people. I so admire that he loves people, and that it's like to know him is to meet him, and to know him is to love him. And God's favor is on his life. And I just so admire that, how he respects people, and it doesn't matter what socioeconomic status you are, or educationally, or whatever. He treats everybody the same, with the same love, honor, and respect. And I so admire that in him. I love that his intelligence. He's a very intelligent man. Although sometimes he don't get those words right. He doesn't quite enunciate and articulate, but he is an intelligent brother. And I love that he's very well read, in history. He's one who introduced me to one of our favorite authors, J. California Cooper. He's a quick learner. So I love that about him, and I always tell him, how much I admire and respect those things about him. A man loves to receive compliments, and so often we forget. We think that they're so strong and hard that they don't appreciate compliments. But men appreciate compliments, and I compliment my husband often about how handsome he is, and how I love his personality, and I love how smart and intelligent he is, and how he loves people, and I love how he loves me. Number 3 kind of goes along with the honor and respect, but there is a difference, is I don't emasculate my husband. Emasculate means, it literally means to remove the testicles of, like from a man, to castrate or to remove testicles. But a more general definition would be to take away a man's manhood, to take away his masculinity. And so often we do that as women. And women, especially my black women, don't get mad, but so often black women emasculate their men by embarrassing them in public, saying all kinds of things to them in front of friends and family, and just degrading them, saying some of the most foul, vulgar things, calling them bees. I mean, there's no way I would ever, I don't care what my husband, there's nothing my husband could do to me that I would call him a bee. That's foul. That is foul. And why would I want to be married to a man that's a bee? Y'all know what B word I'm talking about, right? So why would I want to even be married to a man that I would call a bee? That's just, that's foul. And so often we emasculate a man, and one thing I think we don't realize as women is that a man's manhood is so fragile. We don't think so, because like I said, we think of them as hard, we think of them as strong, we think of them as thuggish, we think of them as having these impenetrable walls. But ladies, a man's manhood, his masculinity, his ego is much more fragile than we know. And when they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words could never hurt me, or something like that, whatever it says, words can shred your marriage. Words can shred your relationship. Ladies, let's be mindful of what comes out of our mouths. Don't emasculate your man. That's one of the worst things you can do, because what you're doing is opening up the door for another woman to come in and build him up and make him feel so good about himself that he had no intentions on cheating on you. But you opened up that door because you emasculated him, but the other woman has built him up to make him feel like a king. And then you want to know why she looked like half the woman that you look. She weighed 100 pounds more than what you weigh. And you want to know how did he mess around with her? Because she built him up and you tore him down. Number 4, reason why my husband is happy is because he knows on a daily basis what he's coming home to. He doesn't have to stay at work longer than necessary. He doesn't have to circle the neighborhood or go to the neighborhood bar, go play pool, go play basketball. Hey, there's nothing wrong, if your man likes to do those things. But my man likes to come home at the end of the day because he doesn't have to be anxious about what kind of woman he's coming home to, because I'm the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Like God. God's the same. He doesn't change. Now, women, we know we have our little moods. There's that time of the month when I don't want to be bothered. There's some times where I want to watch my program and I don't want him bothering me. There are certain times, that I might be higher than other times. But what I'm saying is my husband doesn't have to worry about, is he coming home? Is she going to be a monster today? Is she going to be mean today? Is she fragile today? Is she crying today? It's like, I don't know what I'm coming home to. Therefore, I'm scared to come home. A man needs to have, his house needs to be a refuge. And when you make your house a refuge, that man cannot wait till the end of the day to come home and just rest. Take off the burdens of the world. Take off the facade that he has to wear when he's out in the world. And he can just come home, take off as he's getting out of the car, he's taking off the facade. He's taking off the burdens. He's coming home into his refuge because he knows when he gets there, this woman, I'm not saying you got to be there with open arms and you're in your bedroom slippers or your sexy stilettos, or that you got the bath water ran for him. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that every now and then. But no, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that he should not have to worry about what kind of mood is she in today. What am I in for today when I open that door? Oh, Lord, I don't want to come home because I don't know what kind of mood she's going to be in. Let's stop being so moody. Like I said, I understand as a woman, we have those hormonal changes. We have that time of the month when we don't want to be bothered. But there is no excuse for just being nasty. There is no excuse for just being mean. There is no excuse for just saying anything out of your mouth. There is no excuse for you being the type of woman that your man, he doesn't know what he's getting that day, so he's kind of apprehensive about even coming home. So my husband's happy to come home because he knows when he comes home, he got this big old grin to come home to. Number 5, my husband is happy because I have my own confidence and joy. It is hard for a man to have to constantly build up his woman. Now, compliments are awesome. My husband tells me every day how much he loves me. He tells me every day how beautiful I am. But he doesn't have to. He does not have to. He does not have to do. That's just his nature. But I have my own confidence and joy, and I don't need him to pump and prime and soothe and baby me every day and reassure me that he loves me, reassure me that he doesn't want anybody else, reassure me that he's not cheating, reassure me that I'm the woman that he wants. No, I don't need all that reassurance. You just do what you're supposed to do and treat me like you're supposed to treat me, and don't make me feel that you're out there cheating, that I can trust you. And I don't need you to build up my confidence, because I was confident when you came along. And I'm still confident, and I have joy, because the joy of the Lord is my strength. And you come and you add to that. You complement that. But I don't need you to compliment PLI me every day. So, ladies, you got to build up your own confidence, your own joy, and not rely so heavily on your husband to build your confidence. Because that's another reason why my husband is happy, is because I don't sweat him. Sometimes women, we are so clingy that we sweat our men so much that they can't even enjoy them. They can't enjoy a night. They can't enjoy an evening out with the boys. They can't enjoy going to play a little basketball. They can't enjoy going to play some pool. They can't enjoy going to visiting their family or their mom, because you're sweating them. You're calling them. You're texting them. You're wondering what time you're coming home, where you at, what you're doing. If you're doing the things that I said, 1 through 5, he's coming home. He's coming home. But don't sweat him. But you have to have trust. See, that's where that trust comes in. And if you don't trust your man, you need to rethink this relationship. If you cannot trust him, you need to rethink your relationship, or get some counseling. You may get some counseling or something. But you should be able to trust him, that you don't have to sweat him. My husband can go, and I don't, if I got to call him about something, I'll call him about something. But I don't sweat him what you're doing, where you been, where you going, when you're coming back, why you not home. He had, you got women, you got to let your husband have a life outside of you. I don't want to be my husband's whole world. I don't want to be his whole world. And that's where your confidence comes in at, because if you lack confidence and you want your husband, you want to be the center of your husband's whole world. But when you have confidence, God is the center of your world, and you're the center of your world, and you don't need to be the center of somebody else's world. Seventh and last, I'm a great friend. I'm his confidant. When he wants to be vulnerable, if he feels like crying, if he wants to tell me something personal, I don't judge. When he tells me something about somebody else's business, I don't judge. I don't tell other people things that he tells me. So if you want your man to be happy, be a great friend to him, and don't share his personal business with your best friend. All right? These are reasons why I say my husband is happy, but hopefully we'll make a video and he can tell you for himself. All right? Love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Seventh and last, I put my glasses. See what was seven. Seventh and last, I'm a great friend. I'm his confidant. I'm his lover. I'm his friend. And